And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan. Once again bringing you my thoughts and ending explaining for Joker Folie à Deux. This is the ending to the film, and I want to give you my thoughts on what the ending meant to me, why did I like it so much, and what does it mean moving forward. So, I did my review for Joker Folie à Deux. I have mixed feelings about it. You know, there are moments in the film I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the performance between Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix. I thought they did a great job. Still love the world of, of what Gotham was with Todd Phillips. I loved all that. Some of the music stuff did work for me personally. But unlike the first movie, which I did not like the ending of that movie. I thought it was just kind of them pushing, look guys, Batman exists in this world, when they was just trying to focus on a guy who had a bad day and what can happen with that one day if you had a bad day and you kind of snap. So I just thought like it kind of just diminishes what happened there. So I know a lot of people right now, and like before I begin, this is going to be a spoiler for the movie, so if you have not seen the movie or you just don't care, if you care about spoilers, just letting you know I'm going to spoil some of the stuff in here, especially the ending. I'm going to go into depth about what I thought about the ending. So, you've been warned. So, I know a lot of people are very mixed about the ending. Some people like the ending. Some people are like, why would you touch that certain thing that they did about the film that kind of, foreshadows another film? So, I'm going to explain it in the best way I can on what I thought about it personally. So, basically, the movie Joker Folie à Deux is basically Arthur's trial. He's going to jail. He's in jail. Well, he's in Arkham, but they want to, like, execute him. They want to, like, kill him, find him guilty, all that. So, they do find him guilty. They find him guilty, but, Arthur is at the point where now, he gets his make his closing statement. He fires his lawyer. He starts representing himself. That's why you see him in the trailer, talking to the jury and all that, and the judge. He's representing himself, and he comes to the realization that, yeah, I'm not Joker. I'm just a guy who had a lot of problems, and I made a mistake. I killed people, and I made a mistake. That's what he was like in his, telling people that he didn't feel like he was really Joker, because everybody kept thinking, oh, he has two personalities. He's Arthur Fleck, this sick guy who's got problems, and then his other personality, he turns it on, he's Joker, and he's a psychotic freak who wants to kill people. So once he got rid of the whole Joker personality and just like accepted that, no, he's just Arthur, he's not Joker anymore, he gets dumped by Harley Quinn, or Lee Quinn, played by Lady Gaga, because her whole obsession with him was he was the Joker. He killed Robert De Niro's character, and she loved that. She literally, in the movie, commits herself to Arkham to be with him. She wasn't there because she was crazy. She wasn't in there because she worked the program. She was actually just there because she wanted to be there to be with him. And the moment he leaves, he takes off the Joker persona, not physically, but mostly more of a psychological way. He tosses it to the trash. Lee's like, I'm done. We're not together anymore. I can't be with somebody who doesn't value what I value. I value Joker. Joker was incredible. He was a strong guy. He didn't believe in letting people push him around. He pushed back. And she just left him. Cops capture him again. He goes back to jail. And then we get to the ending where a lot of people are really talking about it either angrily or like, okay, fine, whatever. Now, for me, I thought this ending was great. Now, the ending is literally Arthur Fleck getting, he's going to be executed. They already know it. Guards come in, tell him, hey, man, you got a visitor. Maybe his last time talking to someone, maybe his lawyer. We really don't find out who it is. And throughout the film, there's this guy in the background. You can barely notice him. It's really quick scenes with this guy. But when you notice him, he kind of sticks out. He's in the background just, watching Arthur do his thing, laughing on the tables, singing along with the other inmates. He comes up to him, tries to tell him a joke. And I don't remember the joke because, whatever. I was really focused on what this guy was going to do. Comes up to Arthur, tells him the joke. It's a knock-knock joke. And it ends literally with, "You get what you effing deserve." And he starts shanking him. And we all know in prison term, or what that means, he stabs Arthur multiple times, I guess in the, the stomach region, to the point where Arthur dies. Now, I didn't mind. Okay, they kill Arthur. He's dead. Now, here's the part a lot of people are upset about, but I thought it was actually pretty interesting that they did this way. That Todd Phillips went this way with his character. So the guy who kills Arthur starts laughing like a psycho. Then he does something that kind of I thought was like, huh, because I had to sit in that theater and think about it a little bit. He starts carving his face each side, kind of like how we got with Heath Ledger. Now I know what you're thinking. No, that's the ending. They try to disrespect Heath Ledger. I don't think Todd Phillips was trying to do that. I think, and I could be completely wrong. If I talked to Todd Phillips and he told me a completely different story of what he was thinking, cool, awesome. But for me, for what I thought of what it was basically saying that, hey, Arthur, who was Joker, Arthur Fleck, he got rid of the Joker. He took out the personality and just tossed him in the trash and said, hey, I was wrong. Kill me. I deserve to die. I killed all these people. So the Joker persona's in the garbage. He threw it away in the garbage. Which basically sets up anybody can pick this thing up and put it on and become the Joker. See, the Joker has always been a character that, we really don't know who he is. Some iterations he's a mobster, which, is probably the best version that we ever had. He's a mobster. He killed Bruce Wayne's parents. We all know that one. Then the other one, which is my personal favorite, is when he was just a comedian. Nobody knows him. He's just a lone guy. He's about to have a kid. He stinks at his job. And then he has one bad day where he teams up with some criminals and then he fights Batman. He falls in a tank of acid and he goes crazy after losing his wife and unborn child. That's always been my favorite version of Joker. So what Todd Phillips was trying to say is that anybody didn't have a bad day. This guy who stabbed Arthur, he's having bad days. Obviously, he's in Arkham because he's nuts. So he could easily take the persona and become the Joker. All we got to do is paint his face. Was it a little too much of him carving his face? Sure. I mean, I don't think they were trying to say, look, guys, this is Heath Ledger's Joker. Because, remember, we didn't really get a backstory. He gave backstories. We weren't sure if they were real, or they were just him making up nonsense. Because, Joker once said, oh, yeah, I had a wife, beautiful. They carve her face. He does the same thing to match with her. She breaks up with him. Then there's another one where his father did it to him too. So he had different versions of his story. We don't know. This guy decides to just kill Arthur because he's like, hey, you're going to throw away your Joker costume. I'll pick it up and do a way better job than you. That's what he did. It's also, you could also look at this as like kind of how if you ever saw the TV show Gotham, that show was all over the place. Still, I personally love that show. That show had two Jokers. They never really called them Jokers. They call them Jays, whatever. They never really said Joker. But they had two of them. One brother who was completely a psychopath and he was nuts. He goes after his one brother who's kind of like sane, normal, not exactly, in the public eye. He just hangs out and does his own thing. Joker comes after him. James Gordon's got to stop him. He gets obsessed with Bruce Wayne and yada, yada, yada. That Joker dies, but he leaves a present for his brother. His brother gets gassed. Now, you could say the gas made him go crazy. Or was it the fact that his brother was in his head the whole time and the gas made him snap, and finally he decides to become the Joker of Gotham, and then he becomes the new terrorized Gotham Joker, and then he ends up eventually fighting Batman in the end of that show. which, you know, like I said, it's very, very confusing. But yeah, but what I'm trying to say is the fact that Joker could be a symbol. I know, you know, not exactly what comic book stuff, you know, and nobody can be just anybody can be the Joker. You know, we've seen people be the Joker, not really be the Joker, but still, we've seen it. You know, if you ever watched Batman Beyond, we had Tim Drake. He got poisoned by the Joker. He became the Joker at one point, so there's that. So I think what Todd Phillips is saying, that even, you know, even though Arthur had one bad day and he became a Joker, doesn't mean that nobody else cannot have a bad day and also do the same thing. And it was also be able to carry that mantle to move forward. You know, it wasn't trying to set up, look, this is the real Joker, he's going to fight Batman later on. No, it was just, yeah, this guy was already nuts. He thought, you know, by killing Arthur, you know, maybe he'll feel better by himself. And he started smiling. And then he cut himself to make him look like he was smiling. So he can carry the torch and keep the legacy of Joker alive. They don't care about Arthur Fleck. I'm pretty sure if Arthur Fleck was not the Joker in this in the first movie or even in this movie, but there was a Joker in here, people will still be cheering for the Joker to get away from all his crimes, to start chaos, to start a movement. That's exactly what it was. They didn't care who was behind the makeup. They just cared about the character, the you know, the anchor, if you will, of what this character represents. Anarchy, destruction, chaos. That's what it was. So anybody could have picked it up. There were people in this movie that dressed up as, you know, Arthur's Joker. They could have just easily killed him and take over the mantle if the views were the same as what Arthur was doing. Even though he wasn't doing it purposefully, probably butchered that, sorry. But still, when he was doing, he killed people, you know, because he was getting bullied. So anybody can relate to that, right? So in that world, if you got bullied and you wanted to make a statement, you just got to put the makeup on and you have a rally, the rally will follow. So that's exactly what I thought the whole thing was. But I just thought the ending of this movie was a lot more better than the first one. I'm also hearing people saying that it kind of diminishes the first one. I still don't see that, because like I said, anybody could have been the Joker in that first movie, and it still would have been the same, because they had a bad day. Because the first movie represents basically one guy having a bad day and basically going crazy. Okay, there's prisoners in the movie of Joker, first movie and in the second one, that any one of those guys could have had a bad day out there, and then the prison makes them more crazy, and then they can become the Joker easily. So that's how I see it. I mean, I could be completely wrong. I may be completely out of radar with it, but that's how I see it. You know, so it wasn't like trying to say, oh, look, guys, this is the Heath Ledger Joker. This is going to tie into the Dark Knight movies. No. And I don't think Todd Phillips was also trying to disrespect Heath Ledger's performance. Look, I love Heath Ledger's Joker, and it was fantastic. I also love Jack Nicholson's Joker. Everybody who plays Joker is going to be a different version of the Joker, okay? Even Jared Leto's Joker was cool for what we got. Was it enough? No. You know, even the two Gotham kids, one actor playing two different versions of Joker, that version of Joker was great too. But the Joker character is just awesome. It doesn't matter who it is, and I can't wait to see the new one in the DCEU, and of course in the Matt Reeves universe too. 2 more Jokers are coming that we can't wait to see. So the Arthur Fleck one, it worked in one movie, didn't really work in the second one. But the ending was cool. The ending basically says, hey, anybody could be a Joker and have that one bad day. And, you know, that's what we get. So, how did you guys interpreted this ending? Did you guys like the ending? Hated the ending? Did you watch my video and say, maybe I was wrong about the ending? Or maybe you think I'm nuts and I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. That's fine. Whatever you guys think about it, leave me a comment below. Let me know. Stay tuned for more. Thank you very much. And have a good day. And put a smile on your face.